All right. I believe that we are live, family. Peace, love, and light. Welcome to the first episode of 2022. KTL presents to you, all right, another epic inaugural episode for the 22-year cycle beginning now. So tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, we're going to jump right into this thing. I don't think that we're going to have time for the roll call today, family, because I'm operating this off of my phone. I don't have access to the chat room. So until Brother Red comes through, which will be momentarily, I don't have those visuals. I don't have those eyes. So shout out to you wherever you at from across the world, wherever you are at on this globe. If you took time out tonight to tap in to get some of this transformational information, shout out to you and yours. You are a legend. All right. And yeah, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. So wherever you are at physically on the map resonating, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. Peace to you and yours, right? All the good stuff. All right. So in traditional KTL tradition, right? In ceremonious KTL tradition, what we always do around this time at the beginning of the year, right? What we have always done as KTL as an institution is we do a beginning of the year reading. Okay. If you are part of any traditional spiritual systems, okay, then this might not even be that much mysterious to you, because anybody that's part of a traditional system today is that's what they're doing in the traditional systems. They're gauging the energy of the year by doing year readings, right? Hella animals are getting killed right now, so you niggas can be up on game. Yeah, that part, right? They're bloodletting and blood spilling in ceremony as we speak, right? So they can speak to spirit realm and they can extract from the mind of the Most High what his plans or what its plans are for this year on this planet. That's how those particular systems work. But we have something that's a little bit more antiquated. It's a little bit more ancient, and no animals have to get harmed in the dropping of this information and the doing of this knowledge, right? So we're going to give you the clean version tonight, right? Straight from ether, just pulling from the gases. All right. But before I do that, I want to do a spot check real quick with my guests, make sure everything is okay on the audio side. Tariq, you with us? Brother Tariq, Destiny Grind. We'll get back to Tariq. Malik, are you there? Are you in the building, my good brother?
In the flesh, brother, in the flesh. Yes,
okay.
sir.
How's the audio working for you?
It's working well. It's working well. Huh? It's working well. Semi-choppy, but it's clear.
All right. Tariq, you there? I see you looking. Tariq, you there? You with us? Yo.
Okay, no. What's good? I can't hear.
You can't hear?
You can't hear?
Can't hear?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. You can't hear us? Yo. All right. Just give it a second. Let bro get his thing together. Peace, God. Can you hear us? Peace. Tariq, can you hear us? Can you hear us? You still can't hear? All right, just give us a second. Let's help the brother get his thing situated. Can you hear me? Oh, he's saying he can't hear at all. No? Hmm?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all niggas. Oh, yeah.
Look, log out and come back in.
Let's see.
Oh man, I didn't want to go back in there. Let me do this. And yeah, shout out to the beginning of the year. You know what I'm talking about? You know, sometimes it's necessary that you got to strap on in and troubleshoot. So give us 1 second. I got Red in the back office working with me. So I would imagine when the brother comes back on stage, you know, we're gonna be able to pull him in.
Yo,
There we go.
y'all hear me?
Get the audio right.
Okay. I hear y'all.
You muted right now.
Okay. I'm muted.
Yeah, we ready. Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah.
All
Here
right.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can hear us?
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Prime time.
Yeah, they said something about unpair your Bluetooth. I don't know if that's what it was.
Yeah,
You
that's
heard?
probably what it was. Yeah. I can hear you now,
Yeah.
though.
Can you
Y'all hear me,
talk up
right?
though? Let me hear your audio.
Yo, yo.
Huh?
Yeah, y'all hear me?
Huh?
You can't hear me?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you. Yeah.
All right. I'm on my phone.
Okay, family. So, huh?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are here, y'all. Like I was trying to tell them, around the world in traditional spiritual systems, you know, priests and spiritualists are gauging, right, to get downloads of information from the cosmos about what the rest of this year is going to play out like. You know what I'm saying? That entails the killing of animals, the reading of trails. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a whole lot of gory shit right now to get people information that they need, but we have a non-intrusive, non-bloody, right, way to go about doing the same thing. And we can tap into the cosmos and ask questions of the cosmos and receive answers from the cosmos without having to offer anything but our time, our attention, and our dedication to not only extract the truth from the well of truth, but to actually drink from that particular cup and do something with it. So as has been the KTL tradition for a decade, you know, every new year, beginning of the year, beginning of this new particular fiscal cycle, we tap in with our good brother Tariq Bey from Destiny Grind, and we get a destiny reading, right, for the new year. And as was the tradition that was started last year with me and the brother Tariq Bey, we started enlisting this good brother right here, Malik, who does cardology, right? And he utilizes that system to extract information from the open swell of information that's available by way of this cosmos, right? So last year I think we did it on Clubhouse. We've traditionally done it on KTL Radio with our brother Tariq Bey and Destiny Grind. Tonight we're here on YouTube on KTL. We're gonna do it in this format, in this fashion. All right. And again, this is to ascertain information from the universe so you can properly map out how you're gonna play this year so you don't get played by this year. Right? So you're not going against the grain. It gets even that much more customized and personalized when you holler at these two gentlemen and get your specific reading for the year to see how your personal energy gels with the templated energy that will be available this year. So y'all can holler at them after the program, you know what I'm saying, and getting where you fit in regards to that information. But in the meantime, in between time, I want y'all to talk to the people real quick. Tell them who you are, tell them what you offer, and why you feel that that level of an offering is something that they should be making mental space for, you know what I mean, and then inviting you into their consciousness.
I let my brother Malik go first, bro.
Peace and love, brother. Greetings, everybody. I'm happy to be here. My name is Malik DeShawn.
Peace, God.
Happy to be here with Blue and Red and brother Tariq. Some brothers that I honor. So thank you. Definitely much gratitude. For those of you who don't know who I am what you call a scientific advisor. That's what I like to call it. Because I use a particular science using the 52 deck of playing cards that we were taught to play spades with and pity pat and poker with. I use them and demonstrate their true use. And that is to be like a human GPS, to better help us understand how to map out our pathways and our lives that's best suited for each individual. Because every card in the deck is different and every individual is different. Each card in the deck is connected to a date on the calendar. So if you have a birth date, you have a card where you actually have two cards. The first card is your birth card. It represents your soul's essence, your life's purpose, and why God put you here, your ancestors, whatever you worship, why you were put here, whatever seed you here, the Anunnaki, it don't matter. The second card is the planetary ruler card. It's directly connected with your zodiac. It's represented by the planet that ruled at the time of your birth. For instance, I'm a Pisces. Neptune ruled at the time of my birth. This card represents my characteristics, my persona, and how the world sees me. These two cards are our makeup, yin and yang, positive and negative, feminine and masculine. And we use these sciences to help us map out days and times and relationships and finances and health and anything you can name. And it's pinpoint accuracy. And the reason why I believe that this is what it is because I demonstrate it, I live it, I have experienced it, and I have seen how it helps so many people. It is the greatest self-development tool that you could possibly ever think of. And that's exactly what I use it for, self-development, to understand my strengths and my weaknesses and the world around me. My name is Malik DeShawn. Let's go.
Word up. So peace, family. My name is Tariq Bey. I also go by the name Destiny Grind. I've been doing this with my brother Blue Pill KTL. Man, we was rocking since 2011. Actually, 10 years ago, man, we really introduced this oracle to the world, man. But it's crazy that the Matrix just came out, and I'm just gonna tie this in so you can understand what we're dealing with. In that Matrix, if you watch the movie, it's crazy. This Matrix was about niggas watching the Matrix, inside the Matrix watching the Matrix. You feel me? So, everything around that movie was telling you, man, everything around you is like code. Everything has a sequence to it. Everything has mathematics to it. You know what I'm saying? The energy is based off intelligence. You know what I'm saying? You got energy, you got matter, and you also got information. You know what I'm saying? All these things are like physical things around you. You dig what I'm saying? Even information. The information around you is encoded in mathematics. So what our ancestors did thousands and thousands of years ago, was they just didn't sit around partying and bullshit like we doing today. They want to figure out how all this shit works. So they examined how okay, it's just math to everything. Everything got a pattern, and so they took this knowledge and they embodied, and they came up ways to communicate with the intelligence that put all this shit together. Because you cannot have mathematics and architecture and algebra and all this, the thing that makes up everything around you, energy, everything's based off mathematics. So if that's the case, then it has to be an intelligent being that put this shit together. And everything is based on mathematics, whether you're on Earth, whether you're on Mars, if you're on Saturn. 2 plus 2 is 4. Wherever you at in the universe. You dig what I'm saying? That's universal mathematics, is universal knowledge. So our ancestors took this information and came up ways to communicate with this intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask a question, that's your conscious mind asking the question. You know what I'm saying? Your conscious mind is like the people. I'm talking right now. It's my conscious mind. But right now, my heart beating. You know what I'm saying? Your heart beating. The earth spinning and all that shit. I don't know how none of that shit works, but your subconscious mind do. That's the shit that control everything around you. So when I ask a question, that's the conscious mind asking a question to the subconscious. They're controlling everything. That's what's running things. So when we take these mediums like a card or a coin, we don't know where the shit gonna land. We don't know what card you gonna pick. You know what I'm saying? You have no control over that. That's like when you throw that coin up in the air, the conscious mind can't say it don't know where it's gonna land at. It's out of my realm at that point. It's now it's in the realm of the subconscious. It got it from there. So the question that the person that asked the question, you asking the question, the event, everything is part of a sequence. You dig what I'm saying? Everything is connected in that time. So when you ask that question, whatever that number land on, those numbers you take those numbers is based off the yin and yang principle, like the brother talked about. You know what I'm saying? Yin and yang is binary. You know what I'm saying? Yin represents 0, yang represents 1. That's computer science. You dig what I'm saying? Zeros and ones. So when we get the zeros and ones of the situation, the math, the computer just told us what's going on in the situation. So now we take that and we take it to our ways we use to divinate, and we come up with shit. We come up with answers. This ain't nothing new. This ain't no spooky shit. They was using this. They talk about this in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? If you go look in the Bible, there's a story about Jonah, right? Y'all heard a story about Jonah. Jonah was on some, he was ready to do his thing, but God said, "Look, Jonah, I got these people down there, man. They fucking up, Jonah. I need you to go holler at them. Get them right." Jonah like, "Yo, man, I don't want to deal with these people, man. I want to go do my thing." You dig what I'm saying? So Jonah was like, "Nah, I ain't dealing with it." So he found the next thing smoking. He tried to hop on his boat. These brothers came, and it was this big, nice little fishing boat. He hopped on the boat. Like, "Look, man, y'all take me, y'all get y'all some bread, take me where y'all going." Now, these boys was making money. They was on a fishing boat. They was making lots of cash. They was having a good life. Everything was good. So they said, cool. They let Jonah on the boat. When they was on the boat, all of a sudden, their fortunes turned. They ran into storms and shit. They weren't catching no fish. You know what I'm saying? The shit was looking bad. So they tell you in the Bible, they casted lots. That's divination. They had to figure out what was going on. Like, yo, they had to find out what was going on. What was the business? And they got their little reading, and the shit said Jonah. A word. Oh, this nigga got to go. It took Jonah and it threw his ass in the water, right? And they say a big whale swallowed him up. So Jonah's all fucked up in the whale, like, yo, I can't get out. Oh, and then he's like, man, look, man, I'll do what you want me to do. The whale spit Jonah out, and he had to get on his business. So just like same thing goes on today. We be caught up in these little sequences of events. Shit happen. You want to know what's going on. You want to cast some lots. You better find out what's going on, because everything's about information. You know what I'm saying? You want to know, the more data you got on the information, the more data you got on the situation, the better your response gonna be in that situation. It's like increasing your shooting percentage. You might be shooting 30% from the field. You know what I mean? You need to work on your work. You know what I'm saying? Once you get more knowledge, your shooting percentage goes up. So when situations start happening, you come to a person like me, you come to a person like Malik, like, yo, what comments on what's going on in that situation, man? What do I do in that situation? How do I need to behave? How do I need to act? What should be my conduct? What should I do in this situation to have a good outcome? That's all this is. This ain't no hocus pocus. This is just getting data from the universe around us, and you gotta have common sense, because I can give you a reading, but if you a hard head or a dumbass, it ain't gonna help you none. If the reading telling you, look, man, this is gonna happen. Some people like getting tarot readings. They're gonna get a tarot reading and shit. The tarot might tell you, look, you're gonna get hit by a bus at 4:45 p.m. on Friday, right? This reading gonna say, look, you got hit because you was an asshole, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Change your behavior. And maybe you can avoid the outcome. It ain't really about, the bus hitting you. Why the bus hitting you? Because you was an asshole that day. You probably got into it with somebody. You couldn't control your emotions. You ran up in the street, got your ass hit by the bus. This telling you, oh, today I'm gonna watch my emotions. I'm gonna be cool. So when the situation jumped off, you catch yourself. Oh shit, that's what the reading was talking about. Nah, I'm gonna chill. Nah, cool. You want your player? You right? I got you. You feel me? And now you don't get hit by the bus. You know what I mean? But that's what it is, man. This the I-Ching Oracle's been around for years, thousands of years. It's crazy, bro. But yeah, that's the introduction. That's me, man. It's Tariq.
That was a mouthful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I mean, it was a perfect summary. And hold on one second. As I often do, I use myself as a personal example. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, what's better than life lessons that you can speak to that you've actually learned and grown from. So, I've got many readings from our brother Tariq. I followed the majority of them to the T. I took heed. The ones that I did not take heed to, I paid enormous prices. And those prices were already prescribed and described to me. Look, nigga, if you fuck up, this gonna happen. I proceed to fuck up, and that happens. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same with the positivity. Look, to avoid this, do X, Y, and Z. Or look at, your character in these areas, and it might need improvement. Did all those things. You know what I'm saying? These are the tools that we have utilized to gauge a better understanding of ourselves. So these are the same things once tried and tested that we bring to the people so they can more accurately, properly, strategically map out their trajectory leading into a dynamic year such as 2022. 22 being the number of the master builder, of course. So the question is, what are you building? What are you mastering? You know what I'm saying? Did you utilize 2021 to master self? So now you can build a external temple once you have properly renovated and eradicated and elevated and done all of the necessary renovations that you need to your personal temple, right? Because that's so your empire is just going to be an extension of that. So, why waste any time? Today's the first. You know what I mean? It's a Saturday. Some people might be utilizing this time to cut a leg and shake a leg and, celebrate the fact that they still here. Other people might be in planning mode. Like, look, I don't got a second to waste. You know what I'm saying? I need as much information as I can utilize so I can make the best decisions. Right? Because there's money in these streets. And I've noticed that it always tends to really come back to how you start at the beginning of your year. This sets the tone for the rest of your year. This puts things in spiral motion, right? Because I made an observation last year. The majority of what we were dealing with through the year was initiated in the beginning of the year. That's where the cyclones happened. Everything else was trade winds. We were just moving off of the fumes of what took place in the beginning of the first quarter of last year. Of last year. So these are pivotal moments for us to put things in perspective. So, Brother Tariq, I want you to start, come out doing what it is that you do, utilizing the tools that you use, to make this this proper, this gauge, this measurement, right, of what it is that we're looking at this year.
So man, it's like this, man. I don't know. I don't want to ruin it for those who haven't seen the Matrix, but shit, It's like the modal, you mean the loop that everybody was stuck in, keep repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? So every year, you know, is another loop begins. One loop ends, another begins. You know what I'm saying? But when the year starts off, man, you know, we like to do a reading like, yo, what's gonna be governing us in this next loop coming up? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't read on the whole planet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't read on everybody else in the world. I read on us. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? What's our role in this big thing? You know what I'm saying? So when I got to reading, it was crazy the numbers that came back. So let me tell you how this works first, so y'all can get a. Let me give y'all context on how this thing is used, right? So the I-Ching is a group of symbols that are used to predict what the algorithm gonna do. You know, where you at in this sequence in this algorithm. You dig what I'm saying? Everything you dealing with is an algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Right now, if you, they got so much data on you right now, they can tell you, you know, basically what shows you gonna watch next, or what kind of clothes you gonna wear. You know what I'm saying? They can pretty much predict your behavior based on the algorithms that they got, the data that they got on you. You dig what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. So just how they can use computers to predict the algorithm of what's gonna happen, predictive analysis, we can kind of like do the same thing based on these numbers. So when I did the numbers, I said, look, what's going to be governing black people in America in 2022? The numbers I got was called the 16th hexagram. But let me show y'all a hexagram first so y'all can understand. You've seen it before. You've seen it many times. The I-Ching is all around you. People using this shit right in front of your eyes. And you have no idea. I don't know if y'all can see that. Right? Hold on. Let me get up in there. This right here. You know, y'all know who that is? That's Snake Eyes. G.I. Joe. You grew up on G.I. Joe.
It's
Watch
my
Snake
guy.
Eyes. Yeah. Look at his oh, let me get the right boom. See that on his arm?
Yeah,
That's
he
the
I-Chinged
I-Ching.
out.
Oh, yeah. That's the 64th hexagram right there. That's on Snake Eyes. Check this out. You think I ain't playing? Hold on. That right there. That's the flag of South Korea.
Right.
I-Ching out. See that?
I-Chinged
It's not a
out.
game. Hold on. Hold on. You know who this is? Hold on. That's the
Hey,
homies done.
Prez, let's get free.
That's the homies done. You see that?
The homies.
Yeah, that's
I-Chinged
the
out.
homies. That's the army. That
That's what
hexagram
I heard
represents the
about it in
armies.
music.
Yeah, when you see that, that's the army. It's code information. It's everywhere. Hold on, I ain't finished. Hold on. This is not a game. Ain't that Hove? Ain't that the Blueprint 3?
Oh,
Right there? Huh? What?
that's
So
it.
it's not a game, man. The I-Ching in the Chinese dynasty, they used the I-Ching to run the whole government. They digged up. They digged up the. It was like the old Shang dynasty or whatnot. They digged up. The imperial course where the kings come and chill, where kings govern everybody at. Back in the day, they digged it up. Archaeologists digged it up, and they pulled out I-Ching. Shit. They had shells with the I-Ching all on it. You know what I'm saying? They was using that to determine the fate of their life. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't no joke. They was talking. They was trying to figure out, get as much data as you can before you make a decision. If you don't got no smarts, you know what I'm saying, no intelligence and the shit that really the proper character traits, the shit ain't gonna help you. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a book of poetry. So people find the I-Ching right now, they read this shit, and it's poetry to them. They don't have virtue. What the fuck is virtue? You know what I'm saying? What is morality? What the fuck is that? You think what I'm saying? They don't. You gotta have certain skill set for this shit to help you. So in order for you to be a leader back then, you know what I'm saying? You have to have these characteristics. You know what I'm saying? When the top of when the head is good, the body follows. So the heads of these societies and shit like these dynasties, the Shang got fucked up later. We're gonna get into them later, but these dynasties, let's take Kemet for instance. The reason black people ruled Kemet, these dynasties lasted 54,000 years, shit like that. Think about that. The United States only been around since 1700s, right? You talking about people been running this shit for like 50,000, 52,000 years, shit like that. How you do that? How you build pyramids and how do you have a society like that? Because the top was straight. Everybody wanted to be like the nigga at the top. The nigga at the top was called a saw. That's what they call a nigga at the top. That's a saw. You know what I'm saying? So influencers they ain't nothing new, but the influencers was real niggas. Who you want to be like? You dig what I'm saying? Like a Saw was that dude. Like Saw was like, yo, that nigga was, he was squashing beefs. He was making sure the streets, everybody was eating. You dig what I'm saying? Everything was cool under the Saw. Cause he had a dope ass chick, her name was all set. You dig what I'm saying? She was that queen. She was the archetype, the prototype of what a black woman should be. Supporting her dude. You dig what I'm saying? Holding down the kids, strong. You dig what I'm saying? She on her shit. She on her grind. She ride with her nigga. All that. You dig what I'm saying? So these archetypes were traits that everybody in the society would try to be like. You know what I'm saying? Every night they would go at bed and they would do this ritual called the 42 negative confessions. You dig what I'm saying? They call it the 42 negative confessions. So at night, what they would do is like, I have not stolen. You dig what I'm saying? I have not slept with my man's wife. I have not did my niggas wrong. I have not did this. So they had a list of sins and shit. At the end of the night, they would go through the list. If they can get through all 42, they would declare themselves to be sin free. You dig what I'm saying? So that was everybody goal because you can't lie to yourself. I have not lied. Your conscience been there. He go, man, shut the fuck up, nigga. You lied to my man the other day, nigga. You lied. You dig what I'm saying? You can't lie to him. You can talk all that shit, but you cannot lie to your conscience. You dig what I'm saying? So they will go through the ritual. So these dudes will have superior characters. People don't understand. They think aliens did this shit. Nah, I wasn't no fucking aliens, man. These niggas have superior character. That's the difference between niggas and gods. You dig? It's how you act. Niggas act a certain way, a god act a certain way. You dig what I'm saying? Niggas, the gods, the same being, it's the same being, but it's just somebody character fucked up. You dig what I'm saying? So a nigga's destiny is to raise themselves from being a nigga into a god. You dig what I'm saying? I don't get too deep in that, but to the reading. Back to the reading. So when I asked the reading, like, yo, i-Ching, yo, what was going on? What's popping off? You know, what's gonna be governing our people? I got what's called the 16th hexagram. The 16th hexagram is dealing with it's called the light, right? And then the next hexagram was called return to normalcy. So, you know, I had to meditate on that for a minute. What are they talking about? The light. Oh, niggas, party and bullshit. I told y'all before this shit popped off, me and Blue and Drizzy Ali, we was in New York. We was saying, look, y'all take a look around you. This is some BC shit. It's before Corona. This before Corona, before COVID. Take a look at all this shit y'all used to. Look around.
February 2020.
Take a look around, y'all.
Of February.
This is it. This is
2020.
After this, this shit is over with.
And we declared it. We like, yo, this shit is BC. AC
BC,
about to hit. We
so
left Saturday night. The first case hit on Monday. Ain't nothing been the same since.
Yeah, nothing been the same since. The whole world changed at that instant, right? So I'm saying partying and bullshit. So people want to get back to normalcy. They want to get back to BC so bad. They will risk their life to do that shit. You dig? Niggas will risk. They don't give a fuck what variant come out, nigga. What? On the what? Nah, we Super Bowling. We Mardi Gras. We doing whatever it is. We get into that bag. You dig what I'm saying? You know why? I like to call this "Don't Look Up." Y'all seen that movie yet? This shit is real. Don't look up. Don't look up, nigga. It's 79 degrees in fucking Christmas time. 79 degrees. Niggas is barbecuing in Christmas. And niggas is still Yeah, two-step with this shit, niggas. Yo, look at this shit, nigga. Yo, look at this money, nigga. Yo, niggas not even looking up. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody want to go back to the party and bullshit, the BC shit before COVID. You dig what I'm saying? That's what everybody want to rush back into, that BC shit. And it says too much to like gonna get you jammed up. And the line, but it was a particular line in there. So the line tell you the first reading give you a big picture of the situation. Okay, this is the situation. It's like when you it's like the scene. It's setting the scene. Imagine the big homie is the director. You know what I'm saying? He done set the scene. You get your script now. Listen, this the scene now. This is the scene when niggas gonna be out here partying and bullshit. This the scene. You dig what I'm saying? Here's your script. This is how you need to act in this, how to conduct yourself. So, black people, the script was don't be partying and bullshitting like that. This is serious times right now. It's cool, enjoy yourself, but nah, the time is upon us right now. This shit is real out here. Look up, look up, look, look, for real. Right now, we in the A right now. We under severe weather warning. You know what I'm saying? We facing weather that just wiped out Kentucky a couple of weeks ago. We gonna be facing that shit frequently. You dig what I'm saying? The earth is becoming a hostile environment.
My
You know what
brother
I'm saying?
showed me an article. They said tornadoes passed through the A last night. Right? Now, the A ain't that big. You feel me? The A is not that big. How did they experience tornadoes on one part that the other part didn't experience? It's the same that I'm asking people, how you have forest fires in Colorado where it's snowing at?
Don't look up.
Don't look up.
Don't look up.
How you got forest fires where there's no forest?
Yo, it said, check it out. So I'm gonna read out the book now. So I ain't just making this shit up, right? So the 16th hexagram. Now I'm reading out a book. If you want to check this book, I suggest y'all check this out. It's called The Complete I-Ching by Alfred Hung. Alfred Hung is a real Chinese dude. He came up when the communists took over China and established and ran them niggas up and ran the control, the people that was running China, right? The nationalists or whatever. When they at the war, they lost the war, so they had to retreat into Thailand. So for those of you who don't know why China be beefing with Thailand, that's what that started. Only place they had to go was Thailand. It was a wrap for them. You dig what I'm saying? So the leader of the Communist Party, I don't want to mess his name up, but before he went and did what he did, he went to see a I-Ching priest. And I'm nice with it, but them boys back then in China, it was real. It was nice with it. They told him he got to read, and they gave him the exact day he was gonna die. Knowing that information, and it wasn't no time soon, you did. So when he went into a battle, think about that. If you ain't gonna die for another 40 years, right? When you go on the battle, you pretty much, if I don't do no dumb shit, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna have supreme confidence, right? So he was so confident that he took that reading and named his whole a special unit, the illest unit during the war. He named them after that, and them niggas they ain't lost nothing. They took the whole shit over. When he took the whole thing over, he like, oh, this I-Ching shit is real. Find out who know how to do them readings. So he found out who know how to do them readings, and he locked all them niggas up. He like, nah, y'all got to go. Alfred Hung was one of them dudes he locked up. You know what I'm saying? Locked his ass up. So when Alfred Hung got out, when he got out, the first thing he got on the first day smoking, and he came over here and he wrote this book called Complete I-Ching. So check that shit out. It's on Amazon, right? So the reading, like the 16th joint hexagram says virtue, behavior showing high moral standards. That's what virtue mean, right? So The second line, firm as a rock. So this shit is all coded information, right? Firm as a rock. Not merely for a whole day. Being steadfast and upright, good fortune, not merely for a whole day. You know what I'm saying? So check that out. So what that was it was a king. His name was King Wen. I'm gonna show you how he used it. So King Wen was part of he was part of the there was a dynasty called the Shang dynasty was ruling China at the time. And remember I told you dynasties last long as the heads of the dynasties conduct themselves the proper way. The Shang dynasty was coming to an end. The reason you knew the Shang dynasty was coming to the end because the behavior of the emperor, the people that was running this shit, them niggas was foul. You dig what I'm saying? People were starving and shit, right? He was ordering them to bring all the milk that they got from the cows and bring them to the palace. They couldn't even give it to their babies. He would take the milk and they would take that shit and have baths with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas is hungry. He giving baths with the milk and shit like that. Them niggas was fire, right? So King Wen, him and his daddy, they was ruling with the I-Ching. They was settling beefs, disputes. Everybody was loving them. You know what I mean? So the emperor got jealous of King Wen's father and had him executed. You dig what I'm saying? And so King Wen took over. And he did the same thing his daddy was doing. He was running, everybody around him was loving him. The streets was loving him. It was like, yo, and the king got jealous again. But this, he couldn't kill him now. He just killed his father. So he came up with some bullshit and charges and locked my man up. So he was in prison. His son went to the emperor, let my daddy go, bro. I mean, please, man. King's like, word. The emperor's like, word, okay. Took his son, executed his son, chopped him up in the sausage, and then fed him to his daddy in jail. You dig what I'm saying? This is how foul it was, right? So my man, he had not all he had in the prison was the I-Ching. So he had nothing but time to study. So he was locked up for 7 years. He was on some Machiavelli shit for real. He was like, when he hit the streets, it was gonna be a wrap, right? So when the people finally, they bribed the emperor. They sent him some chicks, you know what I'm saying? Some money. Let my man go. So they finally let King Wen. When King Wen hit the streets, he came out with the I-Ching and he started running these plays. You know what I'm saying? One of the plays he was running was the 16th hexagram I was talking to you. It's called the light. That was him. He was in a situation where, you know what I'm saying? He had to get the people to come together. You know what I'm saying? He had to get the people to follow him. So he started creating, like he had his people start creating music and songs about niggas. Imagine you had your man create a song about it. Remember Jonah Lucas did the song about Will Smith, captures attention. So start doing songs about the people around him and shit. Like, oh, why, and he started getting people to come together. The light, he was running the play on them. You dig what I'm saying? Now, one of the sequence was the second line was like, don't let people rock you to sleep though. Don't let people, you know what I'm saying, don't get caught up in your emotions. So let me read it to you. The second line says, the light alternates into relief. This line is a yin element at the second place, the only one located in the central and correct place. And in a situation full of the light, most people indulge in worldly pleasures and tend to live day by day. Only this line stands in the middle and walks along the central path. Thus, the Yao text says that she is firm as a rock, not merely for a whole day, able to remain just and steadfast through prudent consideration, making a clear distinction between right and wrong. In this way, during the time of the light, one would not muddle along without clear purpose and plan for one's life. Gaining insight from this line, the great learning, one of the 4 books of the Confucianary school, says that the superior person settles himself first. Then he is able to meditate. After he is able to meditate, then he is able to achieve. Here, to meditate denotes making clear distinction between right and wrong, the prudent consideration, steadfast, and so doing one should first become. Basically, what I'm saying, man, don't get caught up in all this hype and all this, because, man, this shit gonna have you going all different types. You got to sit your ass still and get your mind right before you make your moves. You cannot make moves based upon emotions, not in 2022. Because they're going to have your emotions jacked up. You're going to be seeing so much wild shit on TV. You dig what I'm saying? Between the pandemic, between the economy, between the weather, between the shit that's popping off of Russia. I mean, so much shit going to be hitting you. You got to learn how to sit still and not let that shit shake you. And you gotta have a plan. You can't just be getting out floating. That's why I say you can't be just rocking day by day. You got to have a purpose and a plan for your shit. Now it's telling you the whole play. Most niggas gonna be partying and bullshit. It's right there. It's telling you. But how you play your part in this position for you to be successful, not have and fall into misfortune, you can't be on that. You got to have a purpose to your shit. If you had a business that you want to put together and run that play, this the year you need to do that shit. Sit your ass down and do it. You know what I'm saying? This the year to get your credit right. This the year to get your health right. You do what I'm saying? This the year to get a pack for Mama Pill. Get your shit together. This the year to, you know what I'm saying? Get a read and figure out what your destiny is, what you come here to do. You can't be floating right now. It's too dangerous out here. You dig what I'm saying? If you're not showing yourself to be an asset, universe gonna take you up off the board. That's how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? Universe deal with numbers too. Is this person an asset to liability to you, to the whole big picture right now? Okay, this person's is a yeah. You've been in situations where you should have been gone. Like, damn, that should have been me. Fuck, I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because you start it's a role you still gotta play. It's a move you still gotta make. It's something you still gotta create. You dig what I'm saying? But if you out here partying and bullshit and don't understand what life about, if you ain't trying to figure out what the fuck going on around you right now, you's a fool. Cause think about it, man. When you get hit or whatever happened to you, ain't no how they tell you. Our ancestors always told us, man, ain't no hearse, you know, ain't no U-Haul behind the hearse, right? So you trying to get the bag and shit. You trying to get all this type of shit. You can't take none of that shit with you. But what you do take with you was your character. That's why every line and every story in these books, Bibles, readings, everything is based upon a character. Because you just like that program in the Matrix, stuck in a loop. Shit, the same shit gonna keep happening to you in this loop until you learn some shit. Women, like for instance, if a chick always ending up with fucked up niggas, you do what I'm saying? Who abuse them and do all type of dumb shit to them. Loop after nigga, just going through them. Like, yo, same shit. The same shit. It's the same energy. The same, it's a different person, but the same energy, same lessons that you still don't want to learn. You stuck in the loop. You dig what I'm saying? So when you find yourself stuck in the loop, I know. If I find myself keep getting caught up in the same shit, yo, hold on. Let me call Malik. I ain't gonna do it on myself. Let me call Malik. Yo, Malik, yo, pull that car, my nigga. What's good? Let me know. I want to know what's going on with this loop. You dig what I'm saying? So I can modify my behavior and get the fuck up out that. You dig what I'm saying? That's how the game go. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be if your life ain't no moving the way you want it to move, man, or if it is moving the way you need to move, you want to continue for it to move the way it need to be moved. The people shit that's really moving are people that's working a plan. They grinding. They just ain't getting enough freestyling. They working a plan, and it look like they're more successful to you because they're running the plan. You dig what I'm saying? It's a reason somebody popping on the gram and you not, because they probably had a marketing plan. You know what I'm saying? They doing, you know, everybody got, if the people that got a plan and working their plan are people who win. The people that's freestyling on the party and the bullshit, and, you know, tip is gonna hurt. Now the second part was getting back to normal. You know what I'm saying? That's deliverance, getting back to normal. We ain't gonna never be back to normal like that. That normal, the BC shit is never gonna happen again. You dig what I'm saying? This slow, whatever they got going on, it's gonna keep coming out with different strains. This shit is like updates. You're gonna get an update every 30 days to the next. Like we did a show for y'all about 12 years ago. Y'all ain't never caught on. We had this dude named Kalaman on the show. We was talking about the Mayan calendar, the 2012 shit. He was like, yo, you know, everybody waiting for the, you know, some type of physical shit to change, you know, some type of earthquakes and all that. Nah, the change happened. It was a shift. Shit was speed. He said after this point, things was going to speed up. You going to go through different, yo, shit going to start speeding up. Since 2012, a lot of shit has done changed. You dig what I'm saying? We done changed as a people. You feel me? 2012, niggas wasn't calling themselves demons on the street like this. You know what I'm saying? It just went from God bodies to demons. You feel me? So the matrix has not updated itself, and you better, you know, you better plug in and get your and find out what's going on, because this shit about to get crazy. But look up though. Look up. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my piece, man.
That was some
Beautiful,
powerful
brother.
insight. Yeah.
Powerful, man.
Powerful,
Hey,
powerful insight. I
hey,
was able to not only see it,
very
but
powerful.
relate directly. I mean, I was having this conversation with myself earlier today. Like looking for the loops. Like, yo, what feel like a loop? You know what I mean? I was auditing my mind to be like, what did I feel like last year, this day? What did I feel like the year? You know what I'm saying? So I'm self-auditing, looking for any evidence of a loop so I could, you dig what I'm saying? And
Let me give you an example, my brother. I'm not to
yeah,
cut your wisdom, brother. Let me give you an example, right? And I feel you got to be real with people so people can relate to what's going on, understand how this shit works. Let me tell you my loop, right? I'm on some get my health right shit, right? So when I feel the urge to go get my health right, get my shit together, like, oh, yo, I'm on my shit right now, right? I go see Mama Pill, right? I go get a Mama Pill pack, pay my good money for my shit, bring my shit home, start taking my herbs, and fall off, right? Go get another pack, fall off. I didn't know I was in a loop till I looked in my medicine, till I looked in my herb cabinet, and I found all these half-used bottles of Mama Pill herbs. None of them ever get completed. Never. I got a
nope.
bunch of I'm like, yo, I'm
Yeah,
stuck
yeah.
in a loop. Yo, son,
Uh,
what's the behavior need to be modified so I can finish this goddamn pack? You think what I'm saying? This shit is real.
I can
Think it
relate.
ain't?
I can relate. I've
Think
been
it
there.
ain't?
I've
Look
been
at
there.
your loops, man. Look for them loops. For real. We ain't nothing
Been
but a
there.
bunch of loops, dude. That's it. Because our behaviors ain't not, we ain't nothing, our character, what it say? The way you think determine the way you feel. The way you feel determine the way you act. The way you act determine your character. Your character determine your destiny. So for instance, if a nigga in the streets, he banging, he drilling, he doing all this shit, right? Character fucked, you know what I'm saying? His character is already determined his destiny. You know, either he gonna get hit, he going to jail. You know, certain things is destined for
Yeah.
a
They
character like
yeah, they be like, it's either this or it's gonna be
that.
that.
That's the
But
character.
it's set.
It ain't nothing
Right.
personal. It's the program. It's the
It's
program.
the
That's how that
program.
program works. You know what I'm
It's the
saying? If he
program. It's
alters the
what's
programming, nigga
it's
alter
the
the
result,
programming, what
right?
happens?
It's the
You know
result.
what I'm
This it's
saying?
because it's an equation. So it's the result that's attached to that particular summation. You bring this together and that together, you're gonna get this. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like universally understood. We can understand it for the streets, but we seem to not be able to understand it for ourselves or on every level,
Every
right?
level.
The computer programming, it deals with a binary aspect of you being able to exercise yes or no. So there has to be a program that has the reality for if you choose yes, and then there's a program for the reality if you choose no. That's always in the programming, right? This is what Sylvester Gates found when he was studying supersymmetry, that he said that reality is a simulation because they found the ghost coding right in the DNA. The DNA was showing him the option for yes and no and the results to go with it. He was like, yo, this shit is just like a computer program. He's like, this is how you program computers, right? So you have the potential to go either this way or that way with your choice, your decision making, but you have the equipment already built in to service whatever sort of decision that you make. And then there is a whole aspect that there's a theoretical, what do they call it, shadow that always follows you based on that alternative option. They gave you some of that just now in the Spider-Man movie with the multiverse, right?
Mm.
So you're pulling on parallel dimensions. They say that there's a dimension that exists where, you know what I'm saying, where President Trump is still the president. There's some shit that exists where Hillary might have won. You know what I'm saying? So, and then these particular dimensions overlap and bleed on one another, and we have these particular observations, and they call it Mandela effect and everything else. But we know that these people, were time traveling since 1945 on their side, militaristically. You know, we know about the Philadelphia experiment and all of that. So time travel is not something that's like a concept that's so space aged, you know what I'm saying, that is only relegated to science fiction. No. But
Yeah, bro.
with all that being said, you know what I'm saying, we got our brother in the building as well.
Yes, sir.
God, Malik was good.
What's
What's
good,
poppin'?
man? Powerful, man. Powerful message about the I-Ching. A very, very divine system. One of the oldest systems known to man. Powerful. And man, I ain't met a brother that understands it and uses it like the brother Tariq Bey does. So, brother, I commend you for that beautiful demonstration because, man, our people need to know these sciences. See, you ain't got to study the cards. You know, that's just one option. Maybe the I-Ching is for you. See, there are different paths that we were all given leading to the same source. But who's gonna fully walk it? Like the brother said about finishing that bottle. Can you finish your path? Can you finish your walk? This is a self-demonstration. And sometimes you gotta be selfish with these sciences. And what I mean by that is you gotta demonstrate them and experience them for self before you can help somebody else. And so that's what these sciences are for. Self-improvement tools. Tools, TOOLS. Something that you can use if you choose to or if you choose not to. Now the brother was speaking about hierarchy and he was speaking about mathematics. And man, as he was talking, I'm walking with him in my card language. Because see, the cards are language. The deck of cards is nothing but a book. But as opposed to being expressed with words and letters, it's expressed with numbers and symbols. And see, the brother told you about the hexagram. Well, I'm going to show you what we use. This is called the grand solar spread. The grand solar spread. As you can see, you see a hierarchy. You see a crown line up top, those three spaces, and then up under it, you see structure. But what else do you see? You see the chessboard. You see the periodic table. You see the checkerboard. You see the multiplication table. You see every grid that is possibly formed. It all comes from this. This is a book, but as I said, as opposed to being expressed with words and letters, it's expressed with numbers and symbols. Now, as you see on the sides and on the bottom, you see symbols. Those are the symbols of the 7 visible planets known to man and woman. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This is called the grand solar spread. This is when you hear people say, where do I fit in the grand scheme of things? This is what you see when you see people say, are you standing on your square? You notice each one of those cards is in a square? That's where standing on your square comes from. This is where play the hand you was dealt comes from. This is that language. And just like Arabic, Aramaic, and Hebrew, some of the oldest languages, read from right to left. The Quran reads from right to left. This book right here reads from right to left. Not left to right, like English, but right to left, like the Quran, like Arabic. And so many of y'all can look that up. It'll tell you a lot about it. But
right, which does something very distinct for the brain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Reading right to left.
Yes.
That's the natural rhythm.
Yes. Strengthens the brain. Brings things back in order, right, Blue? Absolutely. So, you know, we deal with a hierarchy, and as I told y'all, each card in the deck is connected to a calendar date. So we all have a card that represents us. Well, when the brother asked me to do a reading, you know, every individual will have a different spread for the year. But What I wanted to do was a collective reading, kind of like what Brother Tariq Bey did. He said he wanted to do it on us. I want to do it on the U.S. and the world. Now, most cardologists use July 4th as the birthday for the United States. But Malik DeShawn does not, because there's levels to this. See, I understand that the US dollar is far more superior and important than the United States Constitution. I'm going to say that again. The US dollar is far more superior and important to America and to us than the United States Constitution. So I went and found the birth date of the US dollar. And the US dollar was born, incorporated, and founded on April 2nd, 1792, which makes it Brother Blue and Brother Red Pillar's Mercury card, the 6 of spades, represented by a planetary ruler card called the 8 of diamonds. Now, anybody understanding the language knows why this country is so powerful based off of those two cards. And so, as I began to go back and I looked, according to the US dollar, the US would be 230 years old on April 2nd. 230 years old. Now, currently, the US is sitting in what's called a Uranus cycle on this January the 1st. And when I talk about the cycles, this is what I mean. From birthday to birthday, each card goes through 7 52-day planetary periods, or 7 52-day cycles, represented by Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These periods, they have something to do with your emotions, your mindset, your circumstances, your plans, your ideals, your health, your money, your relationships, anything you can think of. You ever woke up in the morning and be like, man, anybody can get it. I'm trained to go. That's probably your Mars period. You ever had that time of the year where you be like, man, it always gets slow this time of year? That could be your Saturn period. You ever had that time of year when you popping, you winning the lottery, you winning at the gamble, you got the raise, everything going right. The investment popped off. That's your Jupiter period. You ever had that time of the year when things just moving fast, you networking, you moving, you got a lot of energy, you want to read, you want to learn? That's probably your Mercury period. You ever had that time when you and your woman, you lovey-dovey, you just with the family, you want to sit at home, you really don't want to do nothing, you want to paint, you want to decorate? That's your Venus period. You ever had that time of the year when you want to travel, you want to give back? That's probably your Neptune period. Or that time of the year when you just feeling like you want to express yourself. You don't want to be in no box. You're looking for change. Probably your Uranus period. These 7 52-day periods govern our lives and tell us pinpoint accuracy about the things that's going to transpire in our life. And the U.S. right now is in a Uranus period. And it's going to last until February the 9th. And things are probably pretty much going to stay the same. Now, you know, I deal in the market, so I am reading for the U.S. dollar. So we gonna look into what's happening after April the 2nd, because right now things are pretty much gonna stay the same. Omicron numbers, you know, more people dying due to the so-called variants. But it's going to be pretty much a lot of stagnation. We also going to be learning new things, new information. New information going to be coming from overseas. You can look for that to be happening up until April the 2nd. us getting new developments from emerging economies, from China, from Britain, you know, from overseas. We gonna hear a lot of that in the news. We gonna get a lot of that. When it comes to like gas prices and stuff like that, get ready. Get ready. The gas prices and the energy sector is going to keep rising. Inflation is about to get stronger and stronger. More money is about to get sucked out of the economy. See, the brother said some real stuff about what's going to happen. See, this marks the end of a 7-year cycle as we go into the new year. It's the end of a 7-year cycle. So you know, in cardology or astrology, or the science of the 52 deck of playing cards, which is what I like to call it. In this science, what we do is we use what's called a long range card. It's like the trailer to a movie. It's like the overview for your year. It gives you insight into what your whole outlook is gonna be. And sitting right there is the 9 of diamonds as the long range card. So you're getting ready to see the ending of a financial system in the U.S. Yeah, I said it. The ending of the financial system, the ending of the way that the dollar operates, the ending of the way financial institutions operate. There's about to be a severe shift in the financial institutions of this country. There's about to be a new way. I've always said that they're about to come out with a digital dollar, but I think I'm about right. The cards are confirming it. We are about to witness a lot more death from these viruses. And it's gonna be like a lot of babies, a lot of children, the young ones. It's gonna start to hit them. The jabs that they hit them with, all of that, it's gonna start to hit the young ones. We got an ace of heart for the U.S. dollar in Saturn next year, next to a 5 of spades and a 6 of clubs. There's about to be some karma coming back, you know. Some karma coming back to this country, to the government. Also, we're about to see a war in government. We're going to see something really shake up. There may even be a death in government that causes a real shake up in this whole economy and world. Really, really. We got the 2 of clubs and the 7 of heart in Pluto for the U.S., for the U.S. dollar, because that's what I'm using. For y'all cardologists, students out there, people that want to learn, listen, go April 2nd, 1792, and you can follow me if you understand the language. So we looking at some bickering between the Democrats and Republicans. We're looking at some real shakeup in government this year. Some real shakeup. Unorthodox way of doing things financially, the government is about to learn from that. NFTs and cryptos about to be very, very powerful instruments, because see, a lot of the new generation running there, the new money running there. The old money is about to follow. Because when the digital dollar comes out, it's going to be a crypto. It's digital. That's all crypto is, digital money. So we're looking at significant change. The transportation sector is about to get hit. We're about to see more people carpooling, more people finding alternative ways of commuting, because the gas prices are going to take a hit on our pockets, especially for the working man and the working people. Now, the baller, the rich person, the Instagram influencer, they ain't worried about no gas prices. Gas can be $10. They gonna fill it up. But the people that make the world go round, the core, we're about to see a shift in the way that they do things. This is finna be a year when you're gonna have to get creative with your finances. Start to put money up. Start to put more value on your money. Start to put more value on saving and building. It's important. It's imperative. You're gonna see the banking system in this country. They're gonna stop putting money out. It's gonna be hard to borrow. So we are really about to see a real shift this year. So, I'm just telling everybody, man, if you get your house in order financially, I call it the paper bloodline. Get your paper in order. Get your house in order. If you got some debts, pay them. Find a way to rectify them. Find a way to settle them or to get on a plan. But it's imperative because you're going to see some shifts. Also, man, don't have all y'all money in them banks. Do not have all y'all money in them banks. Y'all better figure out alternate ways, crypto wallets, cash, gold, copper, land, wherever you can stick some money at, stick it there. Watch them banks. Because when the banking system shook up, you're going to be at the door like the rest of them people, waiting on them to clear your debit card, waiting on them to cut the ATM back on, waiting on them to open the door, waiting on them to cut the line on at the drive-thru. You don't want to be that person. You want to be that person that can go to your secure place and get what you need so you and your family can make a move if you have to. Because, like the brother said, ain't no going back to BC. See, the loop is what he talking about, that circle. In the cards, we call that circle the magic circle. The magic circle comprises of karma. And so all our life, we've been taught to be trapped in this prison of karma. That's what I call karma, a prison, where you do like this. If I fuck up, if I make a mistake, if I make a wrong decision, it's going to come back and get me. Ooh, boogeyman. I'm going to burn in hell. Ooh, boogeyman. If I make the right decision, I'm going to get rewarded. Manna going to fall from heaven. That's a prison, a mental prison. See, it's okay to move in a circle, but just don't stay in the same place because, see, the wheel progresses forward. The wheel got to move forward. The circles move like that. And that's how you step off the wheel of karma. Whatever you do, you keep it moving. The power is in the now. You become the master of your ship and the captain of your soul. The sevens and the nines in the deck teach us to learn, to let go, to graduate, to move forward. How can you move forward if you're still sitting in this circle? You'll never move forward. Two types of people in the world: people that move in circles and people that move circles. Which one are you? Are you standing on your square? Dealing with financial institutions, dealing with the governments in this country, you're going to see a lot of change this year. You'll see a lot of change. And I'm telling y'all now, get ready, because something is going to happen in the real estate market and something is going to happen in the stock market. We're looking at significant falls. If you're about to buy a house, wait. Just wait. Be patient. Wait till next year. Watch how the prices be tremendously upside down. A house that's worth $500,000 today, next year, according to the cards, is going to be worth $250,000. So these sciences help us see this. Just help us pave the way. It's just guidance. You got free will. You can adhere to it or you cannot. Here's fire, here's water. Stretch out your hand to whichever one you want. That's the wheel that we got. This ain't you know, nothing more than mathematics and a GPS. The same way you trust that GPS to get you to work is the same way we trust these systems to get us to the promised land. And I'm talking about the promised land here on earth, not the one when you die. I'm in tune with Brother Tariq. You know, the cards give us intricate details into the things that we looking at and what we seeing this year. Also, it's gonna be some more swings of money coming through. You know, there's a 6 of heart in Venus, and it tells of, you know, maybe getting some assistance from the government, helping us domestically. You know, but when I look at the sectors in the stock market, I would tell people the energy sector and industrials is where you need to put your money. The commodity sector is where you need to put your money. Gold, copper, palladium, metals that they use to conduct. Platinum. You know, platinum is a deep part of the automotive industry because of cavalier converters.
Yes, indeed. We're gonna have an episode very shortly with a metal expert. Matter of fact, let me show you his book right now. Yeah, but bro, he's a metallurgist and he's also an investor, and you know, he can show us how to utilize, you know, these particular metals as commodities, you know, to see it all as money. And one of the main things that he keeps emphasizing to me is, you know, before I put my money in gold, put it in platinum and put it in silver. Platinum is at an amazing price. It's very, you know, you could get in at a decent price, and because of the shortage, like he said, you know, they need platinum to build out the EV cars, the electrical vehicles. You know, this whole chip shortage situation is all based around them going and shifting from gas guzzlers the same way that they're shifting from the petrol vehicle to the electrical vehicle. Is the same way that they're shifting from a petrol dollar to an electrical dollar, y'all. You understand? A dollar bill is a transmitting utility. It's a vehicle. It's a financial vehicle, right? You go from point A to point B with it, right? This is how you technically travel in the world of commerce, right? Which is dealing with maritime, open sea, you know, current, water. That's right. So the shift that we're seeing taking place in industry is across markets, the same way that they told you that metaverse is involved in the internet of all things. This is a global reset of all things incorporated, you know what I'm saying, into one thing, if you could see it in totality. But the best way to understand it, and once you get a grasping of that understanding, that's when you can put your coins where you need them to be, so you can 10x, 100x, 1,000x in investment, 100,000x in investment. But a very tangible one to look into and research. And again, this is for the family that, you know, if you know how to do research based on what's considered, what this is a stock tip or what have you, you go and pull them charts and you start running them and you start looking, what is platinum doing? What has platinum done? What is platinum projected to do? Because once platinum pops, you know what I'm saying, platinum is indicative of where the market is going. So once the platinum turnover, then, and once your silver turnover, then you go and buy into gold, right? But yeah, there's a lot of what I'm seeing. There's manipulation in that market right now, real heavy.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Another thing, bro, the healthcare sector is gonna take a hit this year, y'all. All that Moderna, and you're gonna see, according to what I'm seeing, you're gonna see probably the closing of some hospitals. You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see a lot of malpractice, a lot of lawsuits.
That's what I'm saying. I would imagine
listen,
so.
A lot of
I don't think they can
happening.
go this year by keeping the malpractice a secret.
Yeah,
or like all of that, the damages that's been done.
Yeah,
that's gonna come to a head, a halt. You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna ask questions that they don't have answers to, and then that's gonna cause people to lose faith. Because remember, what you said was key, and that's the fact that you would chart the birthday from the dollar rather than the Constitution. And people really got to ask themselves, what keeps this country together? Maybe for white people, it's the Constitution. But for us and everybody else, goddamn it, around the world, that keeps people at bay, it's the petrodollar, which was the global reserve currency at one point. So it kept everybody at check because it was the big dog in town. As of last year, they are no longer the big dogs in town. They told you that. So there's repercussions to pay because of that, right? Niggas want their corner back. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is like a global episode of Ghosts. These niggas is coming back. They want their shit. So there's a lot of geopolitical posturing that's taking place that's going to spill over into something potentially confrontational, and that's going to have economic repercussions. That is China pushing back on the U.S. dealing with Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? With Russia, it's the Ukraine. You feel me? They got all of these trilateral beefs going on in places where they don't want to have beefs at, and the real beef is really over the continent. You know what I'm saying? So they got smoke with these dudes on mad different levels.
And Blue, you say that. I'm glad you said that, because as I look at the cards, the dollar is displacing. Displacement is means that it's sitting in a particular house that's challenging to it. It's displacing the seven of heart, which means that, man, the dollar is probably finna sever relationships with a lot of allies, a lot of people that used to be, a lot of countries, a lot of emerging economies that depended on the dollar. They're about to start separating from it, and that may cause war. That could cause problems. It could also
It's the peg currency. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So once you lose the peg currency, and again, America only really has these relationships based on, the fact that it's a global reserve currency. When they don't need you anymore, and you no longer the man on the block, you know what I'm saying? You got to see everybody on the way down that you've seen on the way up. And the people that are here have to incur all of that energy as you walk around with this passport, you know what I'm saying, propagating yourself as an American globally. It's like you're going to catch a lot of that smoke, a lot of that flack, because there's going to be blowback. People are already asking questions and getting upset, and the matrix is breaking down in regards to the programming. They gave it an over push. It's too much. They're like, yo, I can't do the fourth shot. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. Yo, my daddy ain't, I just lost this folk. I just lost that person. When they start losing children, right?
Yeah.
These niggas saying Betty Wright got the booster. They might riot over that. That might be the straw that broke the camel's back. You just don't know. You don't know what body it's gonna be.
You know, bro. The legal system too, y'all. The prison system, the legal system. You're gonna start to see a lot of more releases, a lot of more sacrifices. It's gonna be a lot more sacrifice going on in the legal system. So if you got people locked up, if you got people with appeals, just tell them to hold on. New laws coming through like the crack law, and they're gonna start immediately releasing them. Remember, I told y'all that. This might even be the year when they free some of the big dogs, Larry Hoover. Some other ones. Tell you why? Because they freed Harrio. They you know, they've been letting a lot of boys go in Dallas, man. We got a kingpin
Free
out there
C
in Dallas
murder.
called name, huh?
And
I
Free
said
C
free
Murder.
C murder.
Yeah, Free C Murder. Hey, in Dallas, we had a kingpin out there back in the day named Ray Charles, man, and they immediately released the man. The man had life sentence. You know, so we're seeing a lot of turning over, a lot of transition in the legal system. It's just change. It's a lot of change coming. There's a 5 of spade in Saturn, which means it's a lot of major change coming. You know, for
Yeah.
this country. Yeah.
So, and also, y'all, as an addendum, as an addition to this program, I highly suggest that you go and watch Ross Ben's 2020 breakdown. He's giving an astrological breakdown based on the conjunctions, planetary conjunctions and alignments that take place in 2022. And of course, one of the grandest one he speaks of is the one that took place the other day, and that is Jupiter stationing home in Pisces, you know, and that's going to be felt maybe until the end of February, middle to the end of February. But he's also looking at that and saying that there's going to be a boom in crypto around that time. And that's when it was last year. You feel me? And like I said, that set the momentum, that set the cycle, the energy. You feel me? That was the swelling, the ground swelling of the energy that carried through the rest of the year. Everything was connected to that. So prepare for that again. Just be in position and be in place to take advantage. Because right now I'm just looking at these prices and I'm like, okay, you know, the rocket is just fueling up. That's all it's doing. If you know how to look at crypto, oh, shit is red. That's a beautiful thing. You need to be shopping, but you need to be knowledgeable about what you grabbing this on sale at this moment. Cause when it blow, you feel me? It's gonna do its numbers.
Blue, you may see Bitcoin touch 120 this year. You may see Bitcoin touch 120 this year because they're gonna boost Bitcoin when the digital dollar is being introduced.
I have a feeling that it's gonna be tethered. You know, BTC is gonna ultimately. That's the paradox of it is that BTC is gonna be the USD killer. You know what I'm saying? But and if that becomes the global reserve, you know, or a store of value that people internationally can observe and see, and they ditch the dollar, and then they come out with that digi-dollar, but they gotta have it tethered to something. And if it's Bitcoin or whatever it is, all of it's still gonna play good on Bitcoin. When they come out with that digi-dollar, Bitcoin gonna do what it do, whether that's shoot all the way up or take a hit, but it's gonna recalibrate and do its thing.
They're gonna merge. It's gonna be called a bit dollar.
Yeah, I read that article. They're gonna have Gov coins and mint dollar. Yeah.
Yep.
So this now affords them the opportunity to flex, to continue their flex. They showed you their autonomy during the initial stage 1 of C19, when each state was autonomous, when the governors were acting like the presidents, and they were showing you state sovereignty. So now they're going to do gov coins, and they're going to have these regions be autonomous onto themselves. So there'll be a particular state where there's a coin issued, and that coin will have benefits, and you can do this over here versus doing that over there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and our state, you know, we got recreational, we got casino, we got prostitution is legal. You could come and smoke crack here. Yeah. Right? And then New York just got the melanated Bitcoin mayor.
There it is.
Right? They're about to have a melanated, you know, Letitia James, she's talking about running for governor. They got a district attorney that's melanated. And that's the financial center. They might utilize him as the scapegoat. Who knows?
And Atlanta's mayor is big. He's about Bitcoin too. Yeah. He's about crypto too.
Yeah. So he's gonna, Eric Adams is gonna initiate and push some things through. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like, it looked like he's also pro big pharma, and it's almost like how could you not be in New York? You know what I'm saying? That's not the politics to be against, the behemoth those behemoths, you know, you're not gonna last long. So there's gonna be some things that are sacrificed, but there's also gonna be progression in regards to how, the state's gonna compete to see who can get in front of this revolution, this digital revolution, not only with the crypto but the blockchain. Yo, our state is the first ones to, so that's gonna be the flex. Yo, my state is the first one digital ready. We got digital, C19 passports. We got a digital dollar or GovCoin. We got, all of the state systems is on blockchain with smart contracts. You don't even got to see nobody no more. Because all of these agencies is backed up. All of these people getting sick. And like you said, them hospitals, I'm reading the news and the reports about, they're like, look, staff is sick. Can't nobody come to work. How we gonna operate anything? Just like you was talking about, the people that are vital to running the machine or what we consider the small people who don't quote unquote count. But just like we know the body subatomically, the smallest shit is the most important.
Right.
It's the same thing in a society, especially one of this magnitude, where they tell you that it's built from the top down or the bottom up, depending on who you listening to on any given day. Right? When they want to pitch economics, they talk about trickling down and shit like that. It don't ever reach the bottom, but we know capitalism wise, the consumer base is what fuels economies. So the people at the bottom mean all of everything. They're not gonna tell you that what your value is.
That's right.
But they're the ones that hold the key to it all. And they would never know. And it might be too late.
That's right.
So there's a lot going on, y'all. Let alone we haven't even discussed about this militarized mechanical device that people have in their body that seems to be glitching right now, right? And the results that are gonna ensue from that when you see certain aspects of society breaking down because the healthcare can no longer, speak directly to what these people's issues are and what they're going through. So a collapse in the healthcare industry, any aspect or sector of it, is going to spill over into public health in a way in which is going to be something that's crazy. So community also is something that has to be at the forefront of the conversation of our people, if you will. Creating sustainable communities and no longer waiting and thinking that you're going to do that in the midst of, getting on your good foot. No, you got to do that now. You can't do that when you on a run, when shit get hairy. Or there's no food to go around. Then you want to start putting seeds in the ground. It don't work like that.
Blue. I wanna hammer one thing home, man, for the people, because it's serious. It's serious, man. The more I look at this spread, your money, protect your money. Watch your money in them banks. I'm telling you, man. This warning come before destruction. Watch your money in those financial institutions. It's coming. It's coming, and everybody gonna feel it. Everybody gonna feel it worse than 2008 when the housing market crashed and they shut the banks down, and Wachovia and all of these Bear Stearns folded. And people were standing around the corner in lines trying to get in the bank to get their money. Even if you got a safety deposit box, you still out of line because you got to wait for them to open the bank to go get your money. Make sure that you protect your money and turn it into some tangible assets that you can carry with you or that can't be carried away. And when I say a tangible asset that can't be carried away, I'm talking about dirt, land. But it's coming.
Yeah.
Also get y'all some secure Bitcoin cryptocurrency wallets.
Yeah.
Secure.
Yeah. Get you a storage wallet that you can, physically, you know what I'm saying, move around with. You have to up your education in this space, y'all, because it's gonna come down to education first and foremost. Before application, you need education. You got to know what the shit is before you know how to use it, and then you got to get used to using it. You know what I'm saying? You do not want to wait until they pull the rug. It's gonna get ugly out here. You feel me? Shit is already crazy. Shit that costs $6 costs $11 now. You know, what about when it costs $111? Like, do not take these things for granted. So there will be a conversation that will be brought to this platform very soon with the founders and the organizers of 3 different community-based initiatives where family has purchased land and they building as a community, right here in this country. And I'm gonna be interviewing people that are doing it abroad, so you can have options. If you don't have your passport, secure it. And in whatever ways and means you go about doing that. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just saying make sure that it's done. But there are people that are here, right here in this country, that are building as community. There's parcels of lands available. I visited some places. I have video. I'm in communications with the founders and the organizers, and I'll be bringing that information to this platform as well. Because this is a time to look into that. Building your own crib, erasing the overhead of bills. I think that, what he's talking about, parking your investments and your assets in something that's tangible, that is not only under your feet, but is over your head.
Absolutely.
You know where it's at all times. It's like, it's right here.
That's right. That's right.
Feel me? So, I mean, again, with everything that represents promise comes a challenge. So 2022 promises to be one of them years, but it just has to be more strategically, executed than years prior. This is not for the willy-nilly. This is for those who are strategic and tactical and really understand the value of, what I always say, a penny in a second. You know what I'm saying? A penny in a second, That was my most powerful education last year, was my orientation into understanding the importance of a penny in a second. You know what I'm saying? And how to itemize both of those things and assign them their proper value. Because we give away too many pennies and we're giving away too many seconds. And that penny can not only become $1. God damn it, we seen it this year. That penny could become $100. So if you looked at every penny as a potential $100, how would you spend or entertain? How would you truly value that penny? Because that penny's not valued at a penny anymore. That's what the cost is. The value is insurmountable, because that penny can technically turn to $1 million if you put it in the right place. That's what this goddamn market is doing. You feel me? And as incredible as that sound is possible. It's possible. I seen stories this year, I'm sure you seen them too, right? Where niggas was like, yo, I invested X, Y, and Z, let's say Iraq, and I woke up a millionaire. That's a penny turning into some other shit. Many of these coins that they was buying was under pennies, and people own billions of them. And when the joint went from under a penny to 2 cents, niggas is filthy. Overnight. That happened. Consecutively. To this day. Right? So, what again? What do we take heed from? You know, what is the 2021 smelling salt? What does it smell like? You feel me? You're gonna do less of what and more of what this year. You know, we had a vision board party last night. People had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to get in front of their ideas and put them on paper. And that's a powerful aspect of manifestation. You know what I mean? I was writing mine out, right? Let me show you my joint. Hold on. You know, you gotta be intentional about your shit. You see my shit? See my shit? My shit bigger than my head, B.
So bad joint, boy.
Yeah, this shit crazy. You know what I'm
I wasn't
saying?
expecting that one.
I need me one of them, Blue.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, I
And
need
they
me
got the
one of them.
scrolls.
Yeah, look. You know, you gotta care that much about your ideas that, you know, this that parchment. You feel me? It's that parchment. It's that shit you sink into, and you really doing them spells. You know.
Yes, sir. Ain't no question. That's what I use for my seals.
So yeah.
That's what I use for my seals.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you know, it's just that time to be intentional as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And really allow yourself to dream. You feel me? The universe is big enough to catch it. You know what I mean? It's big enough to catch it. And for the family that's still, you know, delving in crypto and meta and all of that, NFTs, you're gonna see some things. You're gonna see some things this year.
Yeah, man.
Feel me? You're gonna see some things.
Yeah. It's in the ethers.
So, I don't want to keep you brothers too long. You know what I'm saying? We are almost at the 2 hour mark. If there's anything else that you want to chop it up with the people about, though, you know, feel free. The floor is open. You know, any extra oversight on your observations or anything else extra that you want to, you know, put on top of that, just let us know.
Yeah, brother, I appreciate you, you brothers having me and giving me the opportunity to demonstrate this science, you know, so that those who choose to use it, those who are interested can use it to understand their lives, you know. You know, a lot of people are readers. They card readers. But a lot of them aren't card livers. It's a difference. You know, to live the science is to know the science and to walk in it in every aspect, to understand that every card in the deck is telling you something all times of the day. Every card in the deck represents a situation or a person or an attitude or a thought or a mistake, lesson, problem, blessing, everything. So, as I always say, it's a self-demonstration. Be selfish with it. Pick your own weeds before you pick the next man's.
Yeah, man. You know, I just want to let the people know that, listen, this what I'm doing. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a psychic. I don't have any of those. I may have them abilities. I ain't developed them yet, but you know
Scientists.
what I'm using. It's a science.
That's
It's
right.
just like it's a science. This is a tool.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? We using tools, and this is something that can be taught. I'm using 3 pennies in a book to come up with this. You know what I'm saying? So 2022, man, like I'm one man. I can't do readings, you know, for everybody. But what I can do is show you how to do your own readings. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I'll be dropping, you know, some workshop stuff like that where you can learn how to do your own little readings and stuff like that. Because when you come into a situation, the more data you got, the better you are. You know what I'm saying? the one gem I can tell you is that when something happens, your first reaction is normally the wrong reaction. You dig what I'm saying? If you're emotional about some stuff, you need to don't just act on your emotions. Like, nah, stop, think, observe, plan. That's what stop means. Stop and think about what's going there. Hold on. You know, what's really going on here? You know what I mean? Think about your next move. You know what I'm saying? Observe, look at your surroundings, what's going on. You know, look at the people you around. You know what I'm saying? And then you come up with a plan, and then you move forward, man. You just can't just move on emotions and stuff like that. As far as this virus thing coming out, you know what I'm saying? Based on what the oracle was saying, don't treat this year like any other year. You can't move the way you used to move. You got to think about how you move. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about what's really on these streets, whether you believe it's real or not. You dig what I'm saying? It don't even matter whether you believe it's real or not. You know what I mean? If what we do know, the jab ain't gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta use you gotta use discernment and stuff like that. You know, just don't be out here doing stupid stuff, man. But you know, yeah, just 2020, just try to make it out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? One thing for certain, nobody makes it off the planet alive. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you don't make it off the planet alive. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? Like I say, ain't no hearse behind you when you go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you do leave here, that character you left with, you know what I'm saying? That's what you take with you. That's when I did that reading about young Dolph the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, shit.
Oh,
Homie
nah, you
got
gotta
knocked
get
out,
into
right?
that.
But
They ain't hear that
yeah.
one yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I did a reading on the young Dolph situation. I got the notes on it, but what it was saying was that homie was surrounded by a lot of people or people that he didn't share the same, principles and values with, and he didn't want to compromise that. You dig what I'm saying? And he probably cut somebody water off. You know what I mean? You know how that shit go. Now I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? And it cost him his life. You know what I mean? But think about that. If it's certain principles that these laws are written down, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what we got here, certain principles that every man stand on. You know what I'm saying? If some principles cause you to lose your life, you may have stole one in the end. Because nobody leaves this bitch alive. You know what I'm saying? But if you stood on it and it costs you your life, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? Because like I said, you don't take the cars and all the jewels and all that shit with you, but you take your character with you. At the end of the day, when you stand in the halls of the ancestors, like, yo, you was a real nigga down there. You held it down. You know what I'm saying? Your character was what it was. You know what I'm saying? You survived that what they call the judgment scene. You know what I'm saying? Where they put all your deeds in front of you. Like, yo, this, when he really conducted himself like a G on earth. You know what I'm saying? He was that dude. You know what I mean? That's what this shit is all about. That's what you take with you. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one blowing out here, but yeah, this, don't get caught up in all this material shit. Get your paper, like the brother say. Get your money. But at the end of the day, though, if you an asshole, a rich asshole, we don't need no more rich assholes. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of them. What you gonna do with the money when you get it? You know what I'm saying? Why you think the creator gonna bless you with the bread so you can be another rich nigga? We really need another rich nigga. That's what we need, right? Another rich nigga. We got plenty of rich niggas, but nah. We need people. The money is a way to attract attention to you. You know what I'm saying? If you's an influencer, you out here getting money and you influencing people and you showing people how to get that money, show them how to act also. Because now you got a great opportunity to show them, look, man, this is how you supposed to act. Everybody get caught up. Like you watch the reality shows, you see all the people popping and shit. They're rich and they're doing their shit. They got the bread, but their characters fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And you see, like, yo, they got the bread. They didn't work on their character, and they still rich. So you think that's how this shit go? Nah, playboy. That ain't how the game go. You know what I'm saying? Money is just a tool. So get your bread, but work on your character. That's what these reading is. You don't come to the read. Oracle just ain't gonna tell you, yo, tell me what I need to do to get. This shit ain't about you getting rich. Nah, it's about you. You might have to modify a behavior pattern inside you to get the money. You know what I'm saying? It might be you might be stuck in a loop. You never can make no money because all your business relationships be fucked up. None of your players go right. You follow with all your partners and all that dumb shit. What's the common denominator? What's your conduct in that situation? You know what I'm saying? What kind of people you be doing business with? You don't figure that out. You never ask the questions. You never learn what it was. So you stuck in the loop. Stuck. Like Groundhog Day. You know what I'm saying? You keep murking yourself in the head. Keep working. You're not waking up in the same shit. Nah, it's a behavior. It's a behavior pattern you have to modify. This shit is all about behavior patterns, baby. Like every religion, whether it be Christianity, Islam, whatever the head of that religion is, the religion just saying, yo, act like that. If you're a Christian, act like Jesus, right? You know what I'm saying? If you're a Muslim, act like the prophet. You know what I'm saying? If whatever the head of your religion is telling you to modify your behavior in that person's image, you dig what I'm saying? So that's all this shit is, you know what I mean? But yeah, modify your behavior, get your bread, you know what I'm saying? Be careful out here, man. There's a lot of landmines out here, you know what I mean? And one more thing I want to tap into, y'all was talking about, you know, what's going on. What I do see going on is I like to call this the Great Reset. Because if you notice, man, you go to the grocery stores, you go to all this shit, a lot of the shelves are starting to get empty. You know what I'm saying? You go, a lot of the services, people ain't showing up to work, people calling out. Well, that's affecting the supply chain. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to have supply chain problems. You got companies right now like Boston Dynamics. Check them out. Boston Dynamics, they got a robot right now that can go into an Amazon warehouse and run the whole shit. Go get all the boxes, packages, all that, load them up on the truck, all that. They got robots right now that can cook the food in the restaurant right now. So these corporations and companies gonna start looking at it like this. We gonna have to switch over to this automation shit with these robots because they don't get sick.
That's
I
right.
spend $1 million. I spend $1 million on this robot. My payments, if I break it down into payments, this interest payment's gonna be less than what I pay this dude in salary.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna get sick. So now now they're gonna start replacing supply chain with these robots and let the virus just wipe the herd out. This how the shit is you know, you gotta look at it. You dig what I'm saying? It's a great reset. People ain't showing up to work. How long you think this shit gonna last? It ain't a job shortage out here. Ain't nobody going to work.
That's right. They don't
Everybody,
want to work.
nobody
Too
going
much,
to work, nigga.
too much money was put into the economy. So people
Ah,
got lazy. People got, you know what I'm saying? People got complacent. That's just that's the
They
you hit it
got
right on the head.
they got rocked to sleep, like the reading
Yeah,
said.
yeah. Hey, listen.
yeah, man.
If anybody want to learn this, want to reach out, DM me. Um, Anybody can learn this. And my students, I got a lot of students out here, and they stellar. They stellar. They understand the cards. Some of them didn't know nothing when they came. A year in, their whole lives changed. These really changed. Even the ones who didn't stay with me, who only was with me for a portion of time, their lives changed. You know, this is truly a self-development tool, like the brother said. It gives you the power to overcome your weaknesses because it helps you identify them. That's the problem with our weaknesses, with our defects, is we don't identify them. We ignore them. We don't be real with ourselves. The cards let you know that you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to that mirror.
Nah,
Can't lie to that mirror. A lot of us don't know
nah.
what our true gifts are and how to grasp them. The cards show you how to grasp your gifts, your blue pillar, the psychic card. You know, brother Tariq, the card of financial responsibility. If you look at his bank account, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these individuals, these cards really tell you a lot about yourself, man. And I'm happy to be able to propagate this faith to the world. I said propagate because that's what I do, more than a reader. But I'm a propagator of this faith, and I want our people to understand how to use these tools to be able to use it for yourself, because it's a self demonstration.
Sir. Yeah.
Let me
So yeah, I found it.
yeah, let me read real quick. I just want to share with them, you know, in numerology with the master number 22, the number of the master builder. You know, what does numerology say about this particular energy, y'all? You know, once you get past the stuff that we have to personally work on, once you gain access, you know what I'm saying, to the builder's tools, once you get access to that work shed and you get the tools of the craft, you could become a builder, right? This is what you can ascertain. This master number in numerology is considered to be the most powerful number out of the rest, and thus master number 22 is also called master builder or the master architect. It holds so much power that it can turn big dreams into reality if worked upon it very sincerely. The number 22 in numerology is a very inimitable number. The original Hebrew alphabet consists of 22 letters representing everything from creation to eternity. Circles also prominently refer to the numerology number 22, and thus it represents the totality of creation. This is the same reason why this number can make people the most successful as well. This number is said to be a combination of the number 11 and number 4, as it has the potential to be very intuitive, practical, and systemic at the same time, which is a very effective combination. This master number 22 in numerology is more realistic than the number 11, is less spiritual than 11 as well, but it can manifest things more easily on the earth plane due to its root number 4. This number carries a very high amount of nervous energy, even for the master numbers. Therefore, the powers are unlimited yet orderly, and they are intuitive and yet a bit rational. Those affiliated with this number imbibe great qualities of being confident, idealists, leaders, and exhibit quite big plans and ideas while implementing their work. All right. So that's the master number 22. Some people have life path 22 and all of that. Do further research into it. You know what I'm saying? For those that are interested in numbers, you know, you can definitely do research into what the energy of the number 22 entails. Why is it a master number? You know, get into the geometry of it, get into every aspect of it, you know, really have an intimate relationship with the gnosis of how this year is playing out, but in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? Own it, make it your own. Make this the year where you get on top of things. You know what I'm saying? So you can gain, you know, you can edge it and slightly get in front of it and be off to the races. You know what I'm saying? And like the bro said, yeah, you know, shit, I played the lotto today. Hold on, where my shit at? It's $500 million, right? Who don't like free money? You feel me? You just got to get in tune with yourself because I've showed it on multiple occasions. You know, the lottery is algorithms hackable. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, why not you? But more importantly, what would you do with the $500 million? You gonna just be another rich nigga, or do you have those big ideas and plans that can change the world? You feel me? And you just need some. You just need some resources. You need some currency. Well, that's what that free money sitting in escrows for. You know what I'm saying? Go play it. Go grab it. You got to be in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? Go grasp it. Go get it. It's yours. Put that shit into play. Put it into motion. You know, change 1,000,000 lives overnight. You know, do it BIG. Dudes ain't having, they not twisting this paper out like they supposed to. They're not having fun with it. They're not stretching it. They're not flipping it. They're not making it do. They're not weaponizing it. They're not dangerous. Feel me? Like, so that's my piece, man. I'm not gonna take too much time up. We are literally a few seconds away from the 2-hour mark. So please leave them with y'all socials and websites.
Malik DeShawn, Instagram, My tag is right there by my name, Renaissance Man.
Spell it for them, just in case they're listening and not looking.
Okay, Renaissance Man 8000, RENAISSANCEMAN 8000, the number 8000. That's on Instagram. My website is www.malikdeshawn. That's MALIKDESHAWN.com. And you can go on there. You can find your card every day, just like you find your horoscope. In fact, you can click the link in my bio on Instagram. And when the box pops up, put in your birthday. When you put in your birthday, click find your card. You'll see 4 cards pop up. You can click on each card, the birth card, the yearly card, the 52-day card, and the daily card. And it'll give you insight into who you are and exactly what's transpiring in your life. And if you want a deeper reading, DM me on IG and we can make it happen. Malik DeShawn, I come in love and I leave in peace.
Yeah, so my social media, you can find me on Instagram under Smoke and Grow Rich Tours. You know what I'm saying? That's me. You can also find me under Destiny Grind, DESTINY GRIND, Destiny Grind on Facebook and also on Instagram. So, holler at me there if you're interested in learning how to do this yourself, man. DM me. We can work something out. I haven't been doing this officially for a minute, but 2022, we'll put it back out there. Check us out.
All right. And also for the family, we promised the other day, we told y'all that we have a new podcast coming. Me and Akibalan 44, we got a podcast called What's the Science? And I have been uploading that video to YouTube for the majority of the day. It's 9 gigabytes. And I don't know if you could tell from the buffering, but where I'm at, I don't have the strongest connection. So I'm just dealing with that at this particular moment. I'm waiting for the video to upload. It's like 50% finished at this point. So I'd imagine maybe sometime in the morning y'all get it. But it's 4 hours. It's with Dr. Gabriel Oyibo, and he's going ballistic. I'm talking about. He put niggas under deodorant, like the Germans. He's coming. He got receipts. He came with receipts this time, and he laid out an amazing case for our intelligentsia by way of him, right, being all the way up, right? Again, your ability to be able to see yourself. You know what I mean? And if you can't, find it in yourself to flex on your own too. He's giving you cover where he like, yo, you could come over here. You know what I'm saying? My flex is big enough for all of us. You know what I mean? So I highly recommend when that episode drops that you check out why this man is considered the most brilliant person on the planet. He has what's called the God Almighty Grand Unified Theorem. And his European, Asian, and Indian counterparts, they the ones who said, look, this is the most advanced mind ever, because he figured out something that their minds couldn't. And as a result, he was able to scale back and reverse this whole intellectual spell that they put in academia about us being inferior with our mathematical computations. They tried to take that away from us as well. But Dr. Oyibo came to the rescue. You know what I mean? So not enough people know about this information or what it even means to us. So, when that episode drops, you're really gonna have, a whole nother insight. You're gonna be able to see this brother from a whole nother angle and get a better grasping of what the conversation is. You feel me? And with that, Tariq, we might have to come back and do a matrix decoded. We might have to walk that walk. I did something in Clubhouse with Mama Sophia. We might have to bring her back on the platform and do a merger. I seen KT the other day. He did a Spider-Man Matrix merger, and that was dope because he made it make sense. He bodied that. Shout out to KT. And if y'all did not see Spider-Man, go see that shit. Go see Spider-Man. Right? That shit was crazy. Not just for the entertainment factor, the narrative, the backstory, the whole aspect of quantum, them talking about the multiverse, you meeting the multiples of yourself across the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? And reconciling with your own self. You know, it's like this. And I had, and I'm not saying that they ran with this idea, but I had an idea in my mind last year, right? It wasn't even last year. It was a few years ago, but it returned to me last year. I wanted to write a script about a character who has different personas across different social media systems. And those is different people. They got different followings. They got a whole different swag. They got a different approach. They have different impact. You know what I'm saying? But this one person is harnessing all of these different identities until he ultimately loses his own in the shuffle. You know what I mean? And they got aspects of himself banging on himself. Like niggas on IG's like, you can't see my nigga on Twitter. He's like, damn, that's me though. Nah, that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can lose yourself in the shuffle. So again, as much as things seem so out of reach in the realm of entertainment, it's like, nah, a lot of this stuff is overlaid in our reality. We just got to put it in perspective to see it for what it is. It's like, damn, we do exist in the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? You Imhotep Bey on FB, you know what I'm saying? And you Jonathan Blumenthal on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? And you Sexy Red on IG, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your Tinder account, you got a whole other name. You feel me?
Yeah, I want to do something in the Oculus. I want to do something in Horizon. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I want to create a. I want to do something with the Oculus. You know what I'm saying? I just caught one of them joints. I think we should do something in the metaverse. You know what I mean?
Let's
Do
get
like a
it.
little event in there. You know what I mean? Because everybody playing with it. They're talking about it. Shit, nah, fuck that. Let's be
Let's
about
go
it.
dummy.
You know what I mean?
Let's go dummy.
Okay, shit.
Bro,
Shit.
I'll be in this bitch.
Shit.
No, let's not
Hey,
go.
did you go to that 2 Chainz the 2 Chainz concert in there? You seen that yet?
Nah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm
I ain't
saying
go
homie
there.
was
I ain't
like
go yet. Put me
homies
on.
homies was
I ain't
like
go to
homie
the
was
2
like
Chainz
50 feet.
concert.
Yeah, homie was like 50 feet tall in there. You know what I mean? Big.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Hey, I'm just saying, let's do something.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
those
Absolutely.
y'all who listening, y'all got an Oculus, man. Holler at us. We gonna be in there.
It's all
Go
the
and
way
get you one,
lit. It's
Malik. I know
coming.
you over there sleep. You sleeping? Go get you one, dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
cooking,
you
my
go
nigga.
ahead and
Trust me when
sleep,
I tell
homie.
you.
I'm receiving. I'm listening.
You know
Hey,
what I'm saying? They call it the metaverse, man. We used to call it the meta nutter. You know what I
hey,
mean?
man. Hey, man. Hey, my aunt,
You
man.
feel me? Shit.
Hey,
Maybe
man.
Asada was already in the
Hey,
metaverse. You feel
come
me?
on, man.
I
The
mean,
Mr. Netter,
look,
baby.
and I'm dead ass. Is again, as much as people think that what he's saying might be for entertainment purposes of value, dead ass. A Menta is a metaverse.
That's right.
The underworld is a metaverse.
That's right.
Just like cyberspace is a metaverse already.
Yep.
Like, again, these are intangible realms that exist simultaneously, right? Alongside what's considered physical, tangible reality, but they have tangible effects in the physical world. But you can't identify it. Because if I ask you what's the coordinates to where you at in cyberspace, I mean, your IP address is going to give me something, but where does it exist? Where does it exist? You feel me? So again, you know, I think that some people that the concept might be going over their heads, but this is what, you know, thankfully you have us for. We're able, like mushrooms and shit, we could take complex things
Man.
and break them down. That's what the fungus That's what mycelium does. It takes complex organisms, right, and breaks it down into dust and makes it reintegratable into ecosystems, right? That's what we do with this information. And you're like, oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Turn that shit into soil and fertilizer. Now I can use it. It's no longer just shit. So, yo, trust me, it's not like we already fully meta. You know what I mean? We just about to put the, you know, we're gonna put the mama seasoning and the candy paint on it. Yeah, we coming with it. Trust me.
So
all right.
Yeah. We gonna do something in the metaverse.
Yeah,
Man.
that Smoke and Grow Rich. It's gonna be a VR tour.
Yeah, we are talking.
And you know I gotta be there.
Bro, let's talk about it.
All
the way up.
Let's do it. Turn it up.
You know what I mean? And again, that's the beauty. And I want us to crystallize this energy as we leave this conversation, right? Be unapologetically optimistic in 2022. The only thing that you remember is 22 is the master builder. You want to get past your hurdles, your challenges, the weak shit, right? It's just thermodynamics is break down into what? You got a weak system and a strong system. You are always battling your weak system in your own personal space, right? When your strong system takes over and you know your gears is fired up and your cylinders is hitting, you on all cylinders and all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's when you can effectively and efficiently build as a master builder. And there's so much to build. There's so much access to resources of things to build with. There's so much fun to have in the future. We just have to, you know, protect our hearts and our minds to get there, right? And with that, yeah, I'm gonna say peace, love, and light. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking time out this evening, you know, to shed light and get this information out on the first day, January 2022. Okay.
Peace
And
and love,
again,
my
you
brother.
know, for my brother Tariq and Destiny Grind, we've been doing this for over a decade now. You know what I'm saying? So this is different and special. And yeah, but like he said, you know, the next time you see us, we won't be on these networks dealing with this buffering all of this 2021 issues. We're gonna leave that shit in the past. You know what I'm saying? This thing's gonna step up to VR. Everything is gonna be in 11K. You feel me? And that's that. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.